Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, please lead us from unreality to the reality, from darkness to light or knowledge, from mortality to the immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. My dear devotees, today we are having an interesting topic. Go forward. Probably the moment when you heard this topic, definitely it might have created a lot of inquisitiveness and your own thoughts. What would have been the subject and how Swamiji is going to deal this topic? Of course, this is a beautiful idea which is seen thousands of years before in the Vedas. The Veda gives this statement or this dictum or this message, universal message for every one of us. You may be a monk or you may be a householder. You may be an engineer. You may be a political entrepreneur, statesman, bureaucrat, athlete, student, young or old, whoever you may be. For everyone, this message is very apt and it is a universal message indeed. In the Veda, it is told, Charaiveti. Charaiveti means keep going forward. Or in other words, improving oneself. We have to constantly try to improve oneself. And wherever we are there, we should go further. We should have a progression in our life. Many times in our life, we see in the middle age, we get stagnant mentally, intellectually, morally, emotionally, and also spiritually. So, at broad canvas or the broad division, I'm going to discuss this concept or idea at two parts. One is materialistic progression, the other is spiritual progression. Materialistically, externally, in this external world, we need to update ourselves. We need to become better, isn't it? So, using this formula or using this Vedic statement, how we can do it? And using this Vedic statement, the Lord Sri Ramakrishna, the greatest incarnation of the 19th century, he also has given a beautiful story. We all like stories, so we shall start this talk with a story. The story goes like this. Just I am paraphrasing Sri Ramakrishna's parable. A person, he was a poor person, every day religiously used to go to forest and used to cut the wood and used to bring to the villages, nearby villages or town or cities in the olden days, and used to sell the wood. Whatever he used to get the profit or money from that, and used to purchase the lentils or food products and maybe clothes, whatever the daily necessities, and used to take care of the family. And it was a day-to-day thing it was for him. After some years, once he had been to forest to cut the tree, to cut the wood, to chop the wood, he met a mendicant, a monk. He said, go forward. Then, as a faith, as a respect towards the monk, he never ventured into the deep forest. He ventured and he crossed the deep forest. For his astonishment, he found sandalwood trees. Wow, sandalwood trees are quite costly. We all know that. Then just one or two trees he had cut and he went and sold. Of course, then there was no government rules, regulations. Today, present day, if you sell the sandalwood like that, you'll be put on the bars. So he sold the sandalwood trees. In the whole life, he didn't see so much riches, so much money. Just by selling two trees of sandalwood trees, he got so much money. Fine, he was happy. His thatch that was replaced by good house, and he and his family members got very good clothes, and slowly some jewelries and so many other things were getting added in the house. After some days or a month, immediately a thought struck this fellow. That sadhu said, the monk or the mendicant said, go forward. He never said, when you get a sandalwood forest, you stop here. Then the next day, he went still further, and he saw silver. So much silver things he got it. He got and he sold and he became a rich person. This went along. After some days again, after few months, he went little further into deep into the forest. Then he saw gold mine. Again, he started selling that gold, and again he became millionaire or billionaire. Then few months afterwards, again he went little more deep, little more deep. There he saw diamonds. Then he sold diamond, and you can imagine very well he became one of the richest man in the world. This is the story explained by Sri Ramakrishna in his immortal gospel. So this can be cogitated, and we can think different aspects for this story. Now, let me take this story and let us try to correlate ourselves in the present materialistic life or in the worldly life, worldly pursuit. Most of us, when we are children, when we are students, we feel that I should finish my graduation, I should excel in my studies, and we keep on doing it. Probably at the fag end of education, graduation, we feel, okay, maybe post graduation. We do it. Again, just before completion of the education, a thought starts lingering in the mind, I should get a good job. I should get a lucrative job, safe job, less work, more salary. Then you get, then you said, you feel that I should have a pleasant life, pleasurable life, happy life, so on and so forth. This is the common thing which we all expect. We should have our own house, we should have our own vehicle, and we should have enough bank balance, and we should be able to go here and there, world tour or the country tour, and we should be able to spend the time and money and wealth in our own way so that we can enjoy the life. This is the common phenomenal thinking which every human being does. Now, one more example I will give you. Her name, she was a born blind girl. Imagine if a girl is a born blind, what will be her fate? Do you think that society will welcome so easily? May not. They show compassion, some show compassion, some may mock at it, some say, oh, because she has sinned in the previous life, that's why she's a born blind girl. Whatever it may be, she was born blind. Parents felt very bad about it initially. Afterwards, they accepted the fate of themselves or the fate of the girl. And even some, their relatives, they suggested, she's a born blind girl. She will be heavy for you. So better you admit her in some orphanage. It is better. But the mother didn't accept it. Rather, she took this girl. Took care of this girl. Slowly, slowly, she went to blind school academy. She started learning. For the parents' luck, she finished her graduation in engineering, BE, Bachelor of Engineering. In India, we say, I think here is just a graduation. And before just completion of graduation, she had a campus interview. In the campus interview, in one of the best reputed company, she was selected in a campus selection, and As soon as she finished her graduation, lucrative job, handsome salary, vehicle, and to leave one apartment, everything was given. Her own desk, everything was given. Everyone felt very bad. I mean, happy. Many felt, okay, she may be a born blind girl. She's a physically challenged or abled girl, no doubt, but she's very lucky because many people, they struggle to get a job. Before finishing her education, she got the wonderful job. If anyone asks, she's lucky. Yes, she's lucky. We all feel that. Then the girl named Ashwini Angadi, she comes from India, particularly from Karnataka. She started working in that company in her own desk, her own in the cabin or in the chamber, in the AC. On morning and evening, she had a driver, vehicle, own apartment to live. Of course, the parents were there along with her. It was all fine. After a week, she thought, this is a routine job. And I think I'm not born or I'm not destined to do this alone. I should do something else. This thought started lingering in her mind. It started thinking, what shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? Now imagine, just she finished her education and just 1 week she has, done her job in a company, in a very well-established company. If anyone would have been, they would have been felt happy and they would have done a friends party and relate with relatives, all these things. But she started thinking, being born blind girl, she started thinking, what can I do something different? Or I'm not destined to do this alone. She started thinking, maybe in a week or two, she got an answer from her conscience or from her heart that I am not supposed to do this. Instead, I should give life for some blind people like me. With God's grace, I got a lucrative job, no doubt, but there may be so many people suffering. That's the reason I should become the mother for them and I should give a life for them. Then she resigns the job. Though parents initially they didn't support, or the society all they laughed at it, laughed at her, etc. They mocked at her and they said, "You are taking a foolish, you are behaving foolishly you are behaving." They all scolded her, but she resigned. And even the company people said, look, you may not get such type of things, better not. But she resigned and she, two or three blind people she brought and she started taking care of her. And today, she has got so many prizes from UNO Youth Courage Award and in the Buckingham Palace. When Yusuf Malala was called, she was also called as a special invitee and she was also given a great honor. And so many n number of awards has come, and today she's a mother of 30 children. For 30 born blind children, mostly, and she is giving life, she's giving a boarding, lodging, boarding, education, everything free, and she has become the mother of 30 children. See, most of us we think that I should have a lucrative job, I should have a house, I should have salary, and I should have a pleasurable life, safe life. That's it. And at the frag end, again we die. We came from soil and we came from earth, we go back to earth. That's all we do it. But this Ashwini Angadi, who is a born blind girl, and now she is probably at the age of 25 or 28 or 30 maybe, but today she is the mother of 30 children. She has given a life for 30 children. Why only it came this idea to her, not any one of us? Because we have fenced our mind. I want to be happy. I want to be pleasurable. Or I want to be safe. I want comfort to life. Most of us, we think we don't take challenges. We don't face adverse circumstances. That's the reason we don't grow. Okay, I'm a born poor person, no doubt. But who asked me to die as a poor person? No one asked, but we have put a fence for our thinking, for our mind. That's the reason sometimes just in a routine way we go, we don't improve. If you want to be an athlete, never mind, you become the best athlete. If you want to be a cricketer, never mind, you become the best cricketer. You want to be an engineer, never mind, you try to become best engineer. You want to become the doctor, never mind, you become the best doctor. Swami Vivekananda says, if you want to be the cobbler, never mind, but you try to become the best cobbler. So we should try to bring that best thing in our life. So this go forward, that's how we can understand. That's why Swami Vivekananda says, if you can think that the infinite power, infinite knowledge, and indomitable energy lie within you, and if you can bring out that power, you also can become like me. My goodness. Swami Vivekananda is saying that you can also become like me, dynamo of spirituality. He's telling that yes, you can become, but what is that? You should have self-confidence in you. Yes, I can do it. Most of the time we say, I can't do it. No, may not be bitter, may not be difficult. Such type of negative ideas we will be having. First and foremost, we should remove the negative ideas from our mind. First step for going further in our life. The second thing is simultaneously, side by side, we should start thinking positively. I can do it. Fine. What to do? I should think and we should keep on doing it. We should try to reach that goal. We should try to reach our target. We should try to achieve our goals. But unfortunately, most of us, we don't think properly. That's the reason Swami Vivekananda says. Never say no. Never say, I cannot. You are infinite. All the power is within you. You can do anything. That infinite power, infinite energy is there in hidden in us in a potential way for in everyone, but we don't bring out, we don't manifest it. That is our problem. Why? Because we have put a fence. We have closed our eyes. We don't think properly. We don't think in a rightful way. That is the reason we do such a mistake. Problems are understandable. Adverse circumstances are natural. Then lot of conflicts, lot of problems. All these things they come and they go. No, never mind. But how do you face it? How do you address it? That is only makes the difference between a common person and an extraordinary person. Say for an example, Napoleon, Napoleon Bonaparte. How many of us doesn't know? Everyone we know that who is the Napoleon Bonaparte. But if you know Napoleon Bonaparte story, that I think 11 times Napoleon Bonaparte tried to join the army in their country, in the France. So he was not allowed or he was rejected 11 times in their country. Imagine, not one time, not two times, not three times, 11 times Napoleon Bonaparte was rejected, but still he became the head of the state, head of the country, isn't it? If it is possible for him, why not for others? Say, and the very interesting story is the Napoleon Bonaparte. As I told you, 11 times he was rejected to the military and he became the head of the military or head of the state. That's the one thing. And for some or other reason, there was an accusation on the Napoleon. He has done wrong work, wrong action, or whatever. So he was put under bars. And the punishment was given on such and such a particular day, he will be hanged to death. So his rivalries, people are very happy. Okay, Napoleon Bonaparte will be hanged, so we will not have any challenge at all for us. The jailer also was one among them who was a rivalry for Napoleon Bonaparte. He never used to like, for whatever the reason may be. So the next day morning, he was to be hanged. So you can imagine the previous day, tomorrow morning, I will be no more. That will be the last morning, if last sunrise I may see if it is so. How will be morose, how will be crying, how will be under depression, all these things. The jailer also felt same thing that Napoleon Bonaparte will be weak and he'll be probably will be morose. He'll be sitting in the corner in the jail or in that room and he may be profusely crying. But for his astonishment, when the jailer went to the prison, Napoleon, in the small place where he was sitting, he was holding a European map and he was doing something. The jailer said, "Oh, do you know that tomorrow morning you will be hanged?" Napoleon said, "Yes, I know, I'm aware." "Then what are you doing?" He said, "I'm thinking how to redraw the Europe map." Imagine, next day morning you'll be hanged. At that critical juncture, Napoleon is saying with all confidence that I am thinking how to redraw the Europe map according to my interest, or according to my wish, or according to my view. The jailer initially, just at some point of time, for one fraction of second, he got really shocked. Rude shock it was. Then he thought probably sometimes when we have a rude shock, we don't open it or we don't disclose it, and we behave that as if nothing has happened. So the jailer thought Napoleon Bonaparte is also doing that. Then he laughed at it. Okay, because tomorrow morning you'll be hanged, so you have lost your senses or you have lost your mind, I think, my dear. And tomorrow you'll be hanged, and that today is the last day for you, and you are thinking that how to redraw the Europe map. What a foolish idea. The Napoleon Bonaparte says at that critical juncture, even at that point, my dear, I have got confidence that one day I'll be able to redraw the Europe map according to my wish. Fine. He laughed, the jailer laughed, and he went back. And the night there was a drama. I mean, drama, it is just like a drama. The judge, the judge of the country came to know that it was mere accusation. He was not really guilty of the mistake, whatever it was told upon the Napoleon Bonaparte. The judgment was given in the last night or a midnight that let Napoleon be set free, and Napoleon was set free. And afterwards, whatever we see, it is a history. See, even at that critical juncture, he is thinking to redraw the Europe map according to his wish means what a self confidence he had. Imagine. So, is it the property of Napoleon only? No. So, that much courage, that much self confidence is there, and it can be there in every one of us. But unfortunately, we don't manifest it. Who is the reason for that? We are the only reason for that. Infinite possibilities are there in front of us, but we don't do it. Why? We cover ourselves with our own understandings, with our own prejudice, with our own wrong thinking, with our own narrow thinkings, all these things. Warren Buffett. I mean, in India, had been a lot of seminars and a lot of workshops and even motivational sessions. I used to ask, who can be the better person? Oh, Swamiji, the person who does hard work, a person who is committed, a person who has got skills. Such answers I used to get. And I used to tell the students, or mostly youngsters, see, I'm not asking what type of person can be successful. I'm saying who can be the successful. Not what type of person. I am asking, just try to understand my question. Who can be the better person? Sometimes people used to understand, sometimes people they used to scratch their heads. And who can be the general reaction will be they will see sides or they will see back. That means what? They don't have confidence on them, they have confidence on their friends or on their someone, or they will give XYZ. XYZ names they will give. These people can be the better person. Hardly I used to get answer that I can be the better person or I can be the successful person. Hardly I used to get this answer. Whereas the Warren Buffett, who was one of the best investor we all know, one of the richest person in the whole world, Warren Buffett, when he was 8 or ninth standard, when he was studying probably, when people asked in the probably in the mob or in the class or whatever, when they asked who can be the rich person, who can be the millionaire, the Warren Buffett of the 7th or 8th grade student, he stood up and said, I can be the successful person or I can become the millionaire, I can be the richest person. You see the confidence in him. And he did it. And at the age of 14 or 15, if you read the Warren Buffett story, life history, it is wonderful. At the age of 14 or 16, he gives money to his father as a loan. Whether how he was earning, when he was small, whenever his father used to give a pocket money, few bucks or few dollars or euros or pounds or whatever, he used to not simply keep in a pot where he used to collect, rather he used to invest that money, it seems. when he was age of eighth or ninth standard itself, he used to you invest the money. So $1 used to make $10, $10, $100, $100, $1,000, 1,000 to 10,000. At the age of 14 or 16, when his father wanted to increase his business, he wanted money, he was in need of money, and this Warren Buffett lent the money as a loan for his father. That's what I'm saying. Go forward. If it is possible for Warren Buffett, why not for us? Many of us, we want to be a rich person. Fine, isn't it? But then who is stopping us to become rich? Who is stopping us to become successful? Who is stopping us to become the better person? We ourselves. Why? We need intense desire to become that. One is that we need to become intense desire. I want to become a business person. Yes, I want to be the best business person. I want thousands of euros I should collect, and I should build a big house, and I should be able to give the job for 100 people probably, so that I can support 100 families. Economic empowerment, we all speak. So who stops thinking such ideas? No one, but we don't think, unfortunately. And there are very few people who think, and among them who are thought, very few people they are serious, and among them very few people who materialize it. It is not that everyone was born with a silver spoon. It is not that every rich person, their father or their grandfather was rich. No doubt. They all come from poor background. They all come from village background, or whatever it may be. They have all created a history. How? Because of intense desire, goal settings, hard work with skills. So that's why go forward, go forward, go forward. Charai veti, charai veti, charai veti. So we should have an intense desire, whatever the field I may choose, but I should be the best among them. So this should be our formula. Go forward, just two letters. It speaks tons of books. We should probably keep this towards in our room in the wall. Go forward. Means we should keep on updating ourselves. We should keep on progressing ourselves. We should break the comfort zones. We should take the risk. We should feel every problem as an opportunity, and we should keep on growing. So that is what difference between a common man and extraordinary man. For an example, one more example I will give. One of the youngest headmaster in the world, again, who comes from India, from the West Bengal, Murshidabad district. His name is Babar Ali. He comes from mediocre family, belongs to Muslim religion. He was the fan of Swami Vivekananda. Two statements of Swami Vivekananda left a strong impression in this boy of 5 or 6 standard student. He was studying in the 5th or 6th class or 5th or 6th standard. What is that? One is that strength is life, weakness is death. The second is they alone live who live for others, rest are dead more than alive. I mean, again, today also I'm in contact with him whenever he wants some solutions. He talks with me, all these things. Such a wonderful person. He comes from a rural background, a corner of the West Bengal. These two statements left a strong impression in the mind of this Babar Ali. Okay, strength is life, weakness is death. So I should have a strength, I should do something, I should achieve something. Fine. And he's saying, and he's also, they alone live who live for others, rest are dead more than alive. Means what? We should help the people. Unselfishness, unselfishness. Now imagine this fellow has thought, this young chap, a small boy of probably 5th or 6th grade, means 10 or 11 years boy, is thinking that I should help the people. I should help the society. I should serve my country. Why? Because Swami Vivekananda has said, he is my role model. And he comes from rural background, from village background, from mediocre. It is not that their parents are well-to-do. And if any one of us we ask at the age of 10 or 11, what he can do, how can he serve the country? Most of us we feel, oh, let him study well, let him listen to his parents properly, their advice and do, and shape his personality. When he grows, when he grow up, then he can do it. Such type of answers generally we do get it. Such type of thinking we do have, no doubt. But this Babar Ali thought, I can help, I should help. Swami Vivekananda saying, how can I help the society? Then finally, the idea was struck to his mind. It seems himself narrated his whole this life story to me. that since he was studying in a fifth or sixth grade or fifth or sixth standard, he said, I will help the the children who were studying in the class 2, class 3, class 4. And what was the class, a school or a classroom? It was just the open field, and the wall of the particular bridge was the blackboard. And he started teaching them maths, science, Bengali, English for class 2, class 3, class 4. It started with 2 or 3 or 4 children just. And he was intelligent, he was nicely teaching. So slowly from the village, slowly children got increased. 10, 15, 20, 25. Then someone saw, then why are you sitting in this open field and making the bridge of a wall as a blackboard? You come to our house or come to our farmhouse and you can teach there. It started, and finally someone saw that, and there was a news coverage. Then money, he got a lot of donations. Then he built the school, and just 2 years before he finished his masters or finished his post graduation. Means he's just 20, 25, 24 or 25 years young chap. And just he was in ninth standard, probably ninth or 10th standard, grade 1 or grade 2, they say in Ireland. For at that juncture, at that time already, he was the headmaster of the school he was running. And today, more than 300 children, poor children from the different villages in the Bengal, 300, more than 300 children, they are studying in that school. See now, who stopped us to think in this way? No one, but unfortunately, we don't think. So, like this, in any field you take, in a business or in a politics or in economics, or you want to be an artist, or you want to be a sports person or athlete, whatever it may be you want to become, you can think and we can go forward. We can be an achiever and we can be a contributor personality. Only thing, we should think big, we should openly think, and we should think out of the box, and we should be able to take our life. We should lead our life. This is all in the materialistic life or in the external life. The same thing, it can be treated even from internal life or spiritual life. For an example, the beautiful food is there, we all enjoy. There is a sunny days nowadays in Ireland a lot. We go here and there, we have a picnic and we go and we have a fun. Fine. It is a pleasurable moments. It is a happy moments, we say. The moments, how much ever we were enjoying, only that is the time we enjoy. Afterwards, maybe based on the memories or based on the experience of that previous past experience, based on the memory of the past experience which is lingering in the mind, it can bring some happiness or joy, but all these things are limited. Whatever we get the happiness from the physical level, at physical level, it is only limited. Now it comes to emotions. I've got emotionally strong person. My emotions are very pure. My emotions are very constructive, and I'm able to do many things. Then the happiness which I get from emotional power or from emotions or from emotions, that will be more constructive and it will be little more. Now I'm an intellectual person. I think always. I do think, and I stay at the level of thoughts. And I contribute to the world or to the society at the thought level. Then the happiness is much more than this physical level or at the emotional level. Say, for an example, we all know who invented gravitational force. Newton invented gravitational force. Again, there's a story behind that. Whether it happened or no, we don't know, but there is a story. The Newton was sitting under an apple tree. Just he was sitting and he was thinking something. Apple fell on his head, it seems. Now imagine we have got to apple orchard, and we all of us, we are sitting in the below any one of us, or we are sitting in the different apple trees are there. We are all sitting in different apple trees, below the apple trees. Then apple fell on the head, means what happens? We see here and there. If no one is there, we eat away. At the most, we keep in the pocket and we take to the house. Or in the present day, we are in the selfie time. We say, okay, look, apple has fallen on me, like that. We take a selfie and we'll put a WhatsApp status or Facebook upload. We all do it. But this Newton started thinking, why did apple fall down? A single question, a single thought in his mind started that why did the apple fall? It could have stayed back there only, or it could have gone above. It could have gone hither and thither. No, but why did it fall? Why did it fall? Why? Why? He started thinking. He holded that thought and he started go on thinking. In some, maybe in few hours or in few days, he invented or he discovered gravitational force. It is not that gravitational force he manufactured. Gravitational force was existing in the universe already. In the Vedas or in the Indian philosophy, many people have discussed about it, no doubt. For the Western thought or for the Western world, Newton discovered this in gravitational force. He discovered, he invented whatever it was there existing already, he became aware of it and he showed to the world. Because of the invention of gravitational force, what all things rocket we will speak about today, satellites we speak, and science, there's a great development, a great leap happened in the science. Similarly, if you see in the Western psychology, initially Western psychology, mind is whether conscious or unconscious or whatever, Frege started with, one of the Western psychologists, it came, he, then so many different schools of psychologists come in the Western thought today, but because of his one single thought, there were so many developments. So at the thought level, we can do many things. Einstein, he did theory of relativity, E is equal to mc square. And Thomas Alva Edison, he tells that I failed 1,000 times to invent this bulb, but I never say that I failed 1,000 times. Rather, every time I understood by this particular way, particular thinking, particular approach, I cannot find whatever I desire. What an amount of tenacity, what an amount of perseverance, what an amount of passion he had, so he invented. So, at the thought level, you can contribute something very palpatably to the society, and the power and the happiness, the pleasure, I mean, the contentment, whatever you get at the thought level, it is much more intense. Then finally, we'll come to our point, probably that is spirit or spiritual. The amount of joy, the amount of bliss which comes from inside, from our heart, from our soul, from the Atman, or from the Brahman, or from the consciousness is much more. That is the greatest ever existing in this world. The happiness, the joy, or the bliss which is coming from our heart or from the soul is something that's called Atmananda in Sanskrit. That is the highest, it is supreme. So, till reaching, we should keep on going. Vishyananda, pleasurable things, or the happiness which we derive from pleasure, sense pleasures, or sense gratifications. From Vishyananda, we can think of Bhajanananda, that is, from bhajans or from emotions, we get the happiness. Then we can get from the thought level, then from the spirit or from the Atman, that is called Atmananda. From the Atmananda, when you get it, everything becomes very limited or it becomes very not very interesting because it is the ultimate bliss. It is the highest bliss. No one can deny it. One who has tasted this Atmananda, the joy or the bliss which derives from the spirit, which derives from our own existence, which comes from the consciousness or awareness, that is the highest Ananda. Till reaching that, till experiencing that, we keep on going or we should keep on going. When Sri Ramakrishna said that you should start from when a person when he went to the forest and used to cut the woods every day wood and used to sell, then afterwards a monk said go forward. He went to sandalwood forest and used to sell the sandalwood and he became rich person. Then go forward, he used it and he went inside. He got silver mine, then afterwards gold mine, then afterwards diamonds mine, isn't it? So that means what he was getting more and more productivity and more and more money, wealth or whatever. So similarly, when we go to that level, the spirit level or the conscious level or the soul or the God or the divine, whatever you may say, when we reach there, we will be able to get the highest bliss or highest ananda. So we should always strive to reach that ananda. At the same time, we cannot neglect this world. We are in this world. We are in the family. We are in our own professions. So we should become the best among the professions. Initially, to start with, there's the intermediary goals or secondary goals. The primary goal can be Atmananda, attaining Atmananda, or to be the real human being in real sense. That can be the primary goal. And the secondary goal can be maybe I should become a best business entrepreneur, politician, bureaucrat, statesman, artist, athlete, or whatever, which takes care of our day to day life, mundane life. Because we need money, we need power, we need position, we need name, fame, all these things to exist in the world. Definitely, no doubt. We have to acquire all these things, but only we should not stop there. We should keep further progressing. But these things, if you don't do it, then if you go think other, probably, if you take a leap, fine. Otherwise, it is not possible. So we should have a primary goal and we should have a secondary goals. And step by step, we should keep on progressing and we should keep on attaining that. But unfortunately, most of us, we don't think at all. At some point of time, we stop thinking and stagnation comes in our life. The moment we get stagnation, that means what? Our progress is also stagnated. So we should have think out of the box, or we should think with the open mind. We are always judgmental. We should not be judgmental. With the open mind, if we start thinking, then infinite possibilities are there in front of us. But unfortunately, we are not aware of it. Infinite possibilities are there. The whole karma theory, I mean, it is not theory, it is a doctrine actually. The karma doctrine, it says, today whatever I am, that is the result of my past actions. And today whatever I do, that will decide my future. Oh, that means karma is a fatalistic theory or fatalistic doctrine. No, it is a science of infinite possibilities. Today, whatever I am, that is the result of my past actions, means today, whatever consciously I do, that will decide my future. If I am happy today, I am the reason why, because of my past actions. Today, if I'm unhappy, why? Because of my past actions. Today, I'm a celebrity, I'm an achiever. Yes, because of the work, the labor, hard work, whatever I did in the few years. And today, I am nowhere. I didn't achieve anything. I lost, or I'm at some place where I didn't do anything. Means again, the reason is because in the earlier few days, somewhere I have misled or I have lost the track. I didn't do things properly. That's the reason today I'm nowhere. And at least now, sooner the better, now we should be able to understand this. We should be aware. And if we keep on progressing in the desired way, or in the desired path, or in the established path, in today or tomorrow or day after, we will be able to achieve whatever we desire, and we can be the achievers. We should achieve, no doubt. And we should be contributor personalities. We should not stay on someone's uh, life or someone's earning and all. I should be independent. And at the same time, I should be independent, and also I should be able to contribute something to the people, to the society, to the nation. That's what our ideal should be there. Most of the times, we always in our whole pigeonhole and we think about ourselves. No, we should not do it. I should achieve something for myself, for my family, and at the same time, I should also contribute something to society. So this is what progressive thinking according to me. And this is what according to me contributor thinking personality or contributor personalities thinking. So this is what we should do. The more you do, sooner the better. And we don't need anyone's certificate. The moment we achieve our own heart, our own conscience, our own inner voice, it tells, yes, you did something. You have done something. Yes, fine. Our own conscience, my own conscience, my own heart gives the certificate for me. For that, we should strive for. People may give, or I mean, a school may give, college may give, university may give. Yes, it has got its own meaning, no doubt. It has got its own value in the mundane world, no doubt. But my own heart, my own inner conscience gives the real certificate for my hard work, for my success and failure. That is very, very important. We should strive to be contented than pleasurable. Am I contented because of my success, because of my hard work, because of my achievements? Yes, then no one else can disturb you. Mostly, so we should keep on progressing in our life. Wherever we are there, never mind. We every day, every moment, if we are working hard with skills, we should work hard. Dedication, commitment is must, but with skills. If we can do it, then definitely life will be progressive, and we don't have to complain about our parents or about the children or about the family, about the country, about the society, about the friends, XYZ. You can be an achiever because the whole thing life depends on you, on your decision, on your strength of mind or whatever. So we should have intense desire, we should have set of goals properly, and we should understand what is the path means to achieve it, and we should keep on striving, struggling with hard work, persistence or perseverance, with the skills. Hard work, persistence or perseverance, then skills. These three things, if we can include, definitely we can be an achiever in any field, either in the mundane field, in the mundane life, or in the spiritual life. For that, the tagline is, the formula is, as the Veda said, Charaiveti. Charaiveti means what? Keep going, means go forward. So go forward. These two letters is something wonderful, man. I mean, a wonderful formula which can speak tons of books. We should always remember that we should keep on progressing ourselves. We should keep on improving ourselves. We should not stop. This is not the end of my life. Physical end may be there, but at the mental level or the spiritual level, there is no end. We should keep on progressing. So may Sri Ramakrishna and all the great peoples bless all of us so that we should keep on progressing, we should keep on marching ahead or going forward so that we shall reach our goals and targets. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.